Good morning, Mr. Agajanian. Good morning to you,
Good
and
morning.
welcome to your candidate interview with Glendale Association of REALTORS. Just a small little background on our association, then we'll follow with some ground rules, and we'll continue on. Our association, as you know already, is about 106 years old. We are one of the first institutions in the city of Glendale, and we started with about 70 members back in 1920. Now we are up to 1,500 members, and you, as previously involved in the city council level, you know that some of our members have been and are commissioners at the city level, engaged in civic organizations in city of Glendale, and very, very much involved with the charitable contributions to city of Glendale. The idea of giving back to the community is not an afterthought for us. It's not episodic. It is a continuous part of our DNA. For the past 10, 15, 20 years, we've given somewhere close to about a million and a half to different organizations and civic organizations in our city, including Salvation Army and so forth. So what is important is that our membership of 1,500, 1,200 of them are registered voters. So this conversation matters because the sphere of influence of these members, their families and their networks and their clients and so forth does touch a large number of the electorate or the voters in the city of Glendale. Each candidate, including yourself, has had and will continue having about 2 minutes opening statement, and followed by some questions from our members and board members and committee members. And then, of course, you'll end up with about 2 minutes or so, 2 minutes for your closing remarks. With that, let me begin with your asking our president of our association, Dro Garpetian, to pose the first question for you to be able to respond to. Dro?
I'm
We
sorry.
get an opening statement.
Yeah, opening statement.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry. Opening statement, please.
Okay. Hello. I'm Vrej Agajanian. I have had the honor of serving the city of Glendale as both a council member and mayor, working every day to represent the needs and voices of our community. I'm a licensed professional engineer with over 45 years of experience, and I currently serve as the president of 2 television stations, which airs in Southern California, staying closely connected to the issues that impact our residents. During my time in office, I took on key leadership roles, including serving as chair of Glendale Housing Authority and as a board member on the Burbank Glendale Pasadena Airport Authority. I also worked to improve living expenses for residents. After my term on city council, I saw a significant increase in utility and trash rates in Glendale, which is something I'm heavily against. Glendale has been my home for more than 46 years. It's where I built my life, where my children were born and raised, and where I formed a deep commitment to this community. Because of that, I understand what matters for our community. Above all, I'm a husband and father of 2. My goal has always been to help create a city that is safe, clean, and supportive, a place where families, neighbors, and neighborhoods and future generations can thrive. And I've been endorsed, usually I forget the most important part, I have been endorsed by Mayor Aaron Agajanian, by former Mayor Paula Devine, Jeffrey Prang of LA County Assessor, and also a few others, among them Armand Agajanian, board and member and president of Burbank Unified School District. Thank you.
Very good. The first question will come from our current president, Drew Garpetian. Drew, please go ahead.
Good morning. Thank you for joining us today. My question will be in regards to revenue measures. To address Glendale's projected structural budget deficit, some have proposed placing various revenue measures before voters. Would you support placing any of the following measures on the ballot? And please explain if you will. I'll go ahead and read them. Number 1, parcel tax. Number 2, real estate transfer tax. Number 3, a sales tax increase. And number 4, a vacancy tax on residential or commercial properties. Thank you.
I think, as I've written there, that property owners already invest so much of their hard-earned money into property and paying their property tax. So an extra tax, any way you add, I'm not in favor of it. And when I was member of City Council, it's recorded there. Anytime, my point is, anytime you want to raise the tax, first come and tell me, this is on the record, come and tell me which part or which department on which issue you did the cuts. First, show me how much you did wasting money and cut the whatever is you can cut. Show me that first before to raise the taxes. You know, the cities have this desire they have that whatever, if they are short on money, raise the taxes. Because it's easier. It's much easier rather than look into the waste. That's why I'm against adding any tax, another tax to the already burdened. The city is tax burdened. So parcel tax, I'm against. Real estate transfer tax, I'm against. Sales tax increase, definitely I'm against. That's where I worked hard when I was there. And other taxes, which they say commercial property, vacancy tax on residential, all of them I'm against.
Excellent. Thank you so very much. Your next question will be posed by our former president and current board member, Eddie Minassian.
Good morning, Sir Agajanian.
Hello.
My question to you is regarding the council district elections. Do you support or oppose transitioning Glendale from at-large elections to district-based council elections, and why? If you support districts, how many should Glendale have, and what criteria should guide the map? If you oppose districts, how would you address the city's CVRA exposures and the potential litigation costs? Thank you.
Okay. Glendale, you know, I start with what is other cities, the population-wise, I want to compare. City of Los Angeles is divided among 15 districts. Each district is, since 4 million people are living in Los Angeles, City of Los Angeles, so each district has 250,000, the population is 250,000. City of Glendale, it's 200,000 people are residing in Glendale. If you want to make a district, in my opinion, is ridiculous. And we have the example of it. You know, the school board and college board are divided among districts. So one person is as if the king of there is no challenge. There is no, they don't have to do anything. They don't have to listen to anything. Where the other way, in our matter, the city at large, being a council member at large, if somebody would say something, I would go to meet the person who wanted to meet. There were 2 other council members there. You know, it's basically they all pay attention to the problem which a resident, raise it. If you have a district, they don't have to listen to you. And the example I said, we already touched it. The school board and college board divided in districts, 5 districts, and I'm totally against it.
Thank you so very much for that response, Mr. Agajanian. Your next question will be posed by our board member, Hilda Laferla. Hilda, please go ahead.
Good morning, Mr. Agajanian. Thank you very much for joining us. My question is regarding housing types and development. In general, which types of housing development do you believe Glendale should prioritize? Is it large apartment buildings, mid-scale multifamily development, approximately 8 to 16 units, ownership housing such as single-family homes, condominiums, or townhomes, or a balanced mix dependent on the location?
Okay. In my opinion, the reasonable way to look at this issue is to have balanced mix depending on location. Location is important. I don't want to see like a big housing development where there is this, family units, the small houses. So you don't want to have where this 1-story building, you come up and make 6 or 8, level of building. So compatibility will be the very important to me. It should be with existing neighborhood. We have to look at the neighborhood and based on that to decide where we have to do what kind of building it has to be built. So being an engineer, as I said, look at the neighborhood. There was this problem before that Glendale was at a time, I'm talking about 100 years ago, average house was maybe 1,000 square foot or less. So during the years, the average became higher. I mean, we have to consider, we have to balance mixed development, but we have to be very careful with the neighborhood. Don't disturb the neighborhood. That's it was my policy and I will continue based on that. So a balanced mix depending on location will be my answer.
Thank you. And so your next question would be posed by our past president and current LGLR committee member Armin Avidian.
Good morning, Mr. Agajanian. How are you doing?
Good morning. I'm doing fine, thank you.
Good to see you once again. It's really appreciate you being here. The question I have for you is regarding something which is near and dear to a lot of Glendalians, which is the bike lane policy of Glendale. The question is, do you support or oppose removing vehicle lanes to create bike-only lanes in Glendale? If you support lane reductions, what evidence do you have that voters agree with this? If you oppose lane reductions, what alternative mobility or safety improvements do you propose?
In a high population, high traffic city like Glendale, sometimes you have to stop to pass a traffic light in the afternoon, let's say around 4 or 5 at that hour. You have to stop for a traffic light twice. And cutting lanes and adding a bike lane, I'm against. That's my opinion. Of course, we have to support the public transportation and transit services. Those are the ones which I will offer, and I offered before. But however, to your question, do I oppose removing a lane and create a bike lane, yes, I'm against that. Because already traffic is heavy around Glendale, and I would support like public transportation option and overall traffic safety. Those are the issues which I will work on. Strengthening transit services and making targeted infrastructure improvement can improve mobility while recognizing that Glendale remains largely car dependent. And there is a reason we are car dependent, because there are some areas of Glendale is flat, some areas like north of Brand. If you live north of Brand, so public transportation, how are you going to go to this hills and mountains which we have? Going to be very difficult. So anyway, overall, I don't want to remove a lane and make it bike lane.
Thank you.
Very much.
Thank you. And your next question will be from Vic Gazarian, member of our LGLR committee. Vic, please go ahead. Vegan, are you there?
Vic, yes.
Okay, there we go. Sorry about that.
Hello.
Good morning, Vrej. It's nice seeing you.
Same here.
So my question is about publicly owned parking lots. As you know, the city has been entertaining the idea of developing some parking lots, such as Montrose or around the Civic Center or the south of the Catholic Church, the big parking lot there, into mixed-use housing. Do you support or oppose such development? And if you support the idea, how will you address parking displacement and protect small businesses?
Those parking lots in, let's say, in Montrose, which the residents, they don't want it. And basically, if we came to represent the public, the residents of Glendale, if it's totally they're against it, you should not go against their desire. That's my way of looking at the matter. And I know all the businesses, the residents. This came up before. Of course, it was not as serious as it is now. But anyway, nobody wants it. So why to fight with it? But I had an idea that to keep those parkings intact, but make, building above the parking lot and create more parking lots on that higher level. So imagine to keep those areas which already the businesses, the public have it. If you want to make housing there, it should be above those parking lots, but and create more parking lots above and few housing units. If somebody will think about it, if they come to the conclusion that the public are not against it. As I said, since I have met and spoke to residents and businesses, so I think we have to be very careful and mostly to keep it intact the way it is. Businesses and need those parking lots, otherwise they're going to lose their business, and I don't want to go against their desire.
Thank you.
Very good. Thank you so very much. And your next question will be posed by our past president and current board member, Carmen Arome.
Good morning, Mr. Agajanian. So nice to see you here today. So my question has to do with rent registry. Do you support or oppose a mandatory rent registry in Glendale? If you support it, what specific data should be collected and how should sensitive information be protected? If you oppose it, what alternative data sources should the city rely upon for rental market analysis?
Okay. I have to say, now it's time of information. I mean, whatever information you want, you get it in the computer, on the site. Every information we can find on the, through the computer, you will find sites. They give you specifically all the information. Now, what I am against, because this, again, is one of the issues came up before. If city has to hire, I was told we need to do this, we need 20 employees or 25. They were telling me before, of course, this was years ago, and to hire more people to work for this city. And already this city should do some, cost-cutting measures. They have to do cost-cutting measures. To add new bureaucracy to what already is in there, I'm not in favor of it. And as I said, we are living in an age of information through the computer and other means. We can get any information. Why to get involved with this and to start hiring more people? If we have the budget, which we don't have, let's use it for the permit department. That people, they have to wait months and months and months to build or to add a single room. For adding single room, they wait forever. You want to build a building, you have to buy the land first. And then after you realize what kind of land you bought, based on that, an architect, engineer, they work and give you the design of it, the plans of the drawings. Then you have to submit to the city. And here you bought something, you are paying, and it takes you 2 to 3 years by the time you build something. So why we want to go and get involved with these things? So if we have the money, hire people to help the development department, the building permit department, help the residents. But they're wasting their money for what? And now another bureaucracy, rent registry, and spend money on it, I'm against.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Mr. Agajanian, you have made great time in your responses, so you have more time at this time than any other candidate that we've had. With that, please go ahead with your closing remarks, but you can take 4 minutes, 4.5 minutes. So absolutely, we are ready for you.
I want to talk about very important issue, more important than my closing even. That's the gas generation machines, the turbines. I'm totally upset what happened in this city. Me, along with Paula, who was following me, as I said before, I'm certified engineer. Although I'm running 2 TV stations, but I am per se engineer. I worked on San Diego Naval Medical Center, a big project, the largest Navy project in the world. And I've been project engineer there. And now I want to talk about these gas machines or gas turbines. Remember, we approved 5 units for $454 million. Some of this one of them current council members was adamantly against. They wanted the electrification. I'm for it, electrification. But you have to value the cost and base your decision on that cost review. So what happened? They didn't do it. They were against these gas machines. What they waited until they got elected, which I was in favor of it. After they got elected, they say, we have no choice. We have to have these gas machines. And they realized that if they come up with the 5 unit with the foundation, will cost 850 million. So what they do, they became smart. They said, okay, we'll buy 3 gas machines. These 3 gas machines will be okay for a few years. After a while, we will be in the same problem where we were before. If you remember, we have this blackouts. They were cutting certain areas of Glendale. They would turn off their power, which is very damaging. There are people who have machines for, to breathe, and electric machines, and they couldn't do it. So I want you to understand they did such a damage to Glendale that is unbelievable. That's what I want everybody to be aware of. These people are not honest with you, and remember that issue of gas machines, very important. However, Glendale is more than just where we live. It's our home, our community, and our future. I have dedicated my life to serving this city, solving real problems, and standing with residents through both challenges and progress with honesty. I believe in leadership that listens, takes action, and delivers results you can see and feel in your everyday life. Together, we can continue building a Glendale that is safe, clean, and full of opportunity for every family and every resident. As I mentioned, I have been endorsed with current mayor, former mayor, and others, and I'm Vrej Agajanian. I am respectfully asked for your vote for City Council. And thank you for what you are doing. My relation being with your committee always been very good, and hopefully you'll endorse me. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, and we bid you farewell and best of luck on the campaign trail, and we'll let you attend to your busy day. We appreciate it, Mr. Agajanian. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.